Today is my birthday. You can congratulate me later for surviving another year in this apocalyptic wasteland we call a planet. But because today is my birthday and I just turned 27, which is literally not a big number at all, still feel like I'm 18, still look like I'm 19. So it's fantastic all the way around. But because I'm still in a hotel and I haven't got a chance to get any new products yet, which I have coming in from Wandered and Packed, a couple other companies have sent me some stuff to review. I'm still in a hotel, so I didn't have anything else to do, and I figured while I was sitting here, I would record a really cringy and stereotypical video that everybody does when they turn a different age. Okay, these like 26 things I learned at 26 or 26 things you should know at 26 are the cringiest things in the world, and because of that, I thought I'd share it with you, because these apparently are, according to, and this is the website that I absolutely just love, the millennial state of happiness. Because if you're a millennial, this is the website where you go for happiness. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to read, not all of them, but some of these that just absolutely are no shit is the way I would summarize this website. And I want to look at something cringy, so I'm gonna share that with you now. Here we go. The first one is, it's okay to say no. There is nothing wrong with saying no. That is the most like blatantly obvious thing you could ever possibly say to somebody. If somebody came up to you at a restaurant, right? Like one of those like the Italian restaurants where they're like, do you want cheese? And you were lactose intolerant or allergic to cheese and you didn't know that you could say no to people, would you just die? There's like no specific thing to this. It's just like, it's okay to say no. Hey, do you want to go on a date with me? Yes. And then you're married for the rest of your life, because if they ask you to marry you, you have to say yes. It's basically that movie Yes Man with Jim Carrey. That's the life you're living. If you didn't know this, at 26 years old, toddlers know the word no. Everybody uses the word no. I can't. You don't need to impress anyone. Unless you want to start a YouTube channel and try to gather lots of followers and impress people that way, but I wouldn't do that. That's dumb. Who on earth would do that? Being yourself is one of the most freeing things out there. Don't only be yourself because everybody else is taken, right? That whole corny saying. There's nothing wrong with you, and being yourself is probably the coolest thing you can be, except for an Apache helicopter, a samurai, a Jedi, in Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, zombie killer, Harry Potter, wizard. I guess it's Harry Potter still. There's a lot of cooler things that I could be other than myself, and I think a lot of people would agree with that pick any fictional universe that you're in love with and like that hero archetype, I don't know, Star Wars for instance, and that's probably cooler than what you are now. Just what I'm thinking, but if you think that you're the coolest person out there, you're definitely not. Each day is a gift, not a given. That is so stereotypical, it hurts. Life doesn't always go as planned. Yeah, I planned to make a career out of the military. I'd also planned to going to culinary school at one point. I originally planned on making a YouTube channel centered around movies. I'd originally planned to do another YouTube channel where it was gonna be like content like this, like Danny Gonzalez and Drew Gooden and Cody Ko, which is who I got this idea from, watching their like takes on it, which is very funny. I also never intended to make a career out of the career field I'm in or move 3 times in 3 months, but you know, life doesn't go according to plan. If you didn't already know that life didn't go according to plan, if you're somebody out there and you've had a plan for your life and it's gone exactly how you planned it would be, please let me know. And what is that like? Is that a like absolute sense and state of happiness? Because if anybody has planned something out in life and it not went according to plan and didn't realize that, I would be amazed. Again, I'm 6 in and I'm already like, no shit. Success is up for grabs. I think that this one's very true more than anything, just because at this point, if you're big on TikTok or YouTube, or if you were big on Vine, or if you're big on Instagram, you will probably land a music deal, a movie deal, or a TV show deal, or be one of those hype house peoples, or join a YouTube channel and be that weird famous that like everybody knows who you are, but nobody knows why you're famous. I feel like I like TikTok, right? TikTok's a really fun way to turn off your brain, watch some dumb content, really fun, really enjoying. I like cooking TikToks, those are like my favorite. But I've seen a lot of people on there and like, this person's super famous. And I'm like, why? What are they famous for? So I look them up and they just are famous on TikTok, but they're not even like famous for their TikTok. They're just famous. And now they're like in a movie or in a TV show or part of like a hype house or whatever. And it's a constant state of, why is this person famous? They didn't do anything. I mean, you can say that about any famous person, but like, especially like these TikTok, Instagram people that are just being famous. And I'm just like, how? What? Apparently success is up for grabs. All you have to do is move to LA, join a hype house for TikTok, and make content that is literally for children. I guess that's what I should probably be doing, is just get on TikTok and do those dancing videos where it's like, hey. Friendship is a two-way street. Now this one I've actually learned a lot more about recently. This might be the only serious one on here that I can actually legitimately relate to. I've had friends my entire life, and I'm down to like literally like 3 people that I can actually count on in my life that I'm not related to or married to. And the idea that friendship is a two-way street, I don't know. It's interesting. That one, at 27, I don't have any of my childhood friends left, right? I just didn't. Well, yeah. You know what else is a two-way street? Drugs. Trust your gut. I used to have a really strong gut where I'd be like, this person's bad news, or I shouldn't do this, or I shouldn't do that. My gut has disappeared. Now I do whatever comes to my mind as soon as it comes to my mind, like getting home early from work, sitting down at a hotel desk and being like, you know what would be really fun? A video about 26 things I learned at 26. If I had a gut, it probably would have told me, don't do that, you're a fucking idiot. But here we are. Starting is half the work. That is not true at all. Starting is definitely not half the work. Starting is maybe 1% of the work. If you're gonna write a novel, starting writing the novel is literally picking up the pen. If picking up the pen was half the work of writing a novel, I would have written dozens. If starting my workday was half of my workday, I would be so much more sane. If starting a recording of a YouTube video was half the work, I would be able to produce so many videos so quick. That's dumb. It's not true. It's not true. Discipline can get you a lot further than motivation ever will. Obviously, whoever wrote this did not know the people that were in my boot camp platoon for the Marine Corps 8 years ago, when people were more motivated than anything, had zero discipline, and somehow still got through. I think that motivation takes you pretty far. You should still be disciplined. But I'm pretty motivated to do stuff, and that gets me a lot further than my discipline, especially at work. Just saying. Whether you think you can or cannot, you are right. Believing in yourself is probably one of the most important things you can do. I think I will even go as far to say that this is where it all starts. Believing that you cannot do something is a deciding factor that determines the outcome. I think I can fly to the moon. I believe in myself. I'm going to the moon. I'm at 15 and this is legitimately so dumb. So dumb. Who sat down, started half the work by sitting at their computer, made a website called The Millennial State of Happiness, and was like, 26 things I learned 26. You can say no. Starting is half the work. If you believe in yourself, you can do it. Yeah. You always have a choice. In case you thought that any time in your life you didn't have a choice, you always have a choice. That is true. But at the same time, there's a lot of times where you have a choice, but you really don't have a choice. You know, like there was a time, speaking of the military, where I had a choice where I could have either listened to my drill instructor or not listened to my drill instructor. Do you think I actually had a real choice? I did not. Number 18, sleep is golden. Not everyone needs the same amount of sleep to function. Full stop. The difference between my partner and I when it comes to sleep is, at like 10 o'clock, I'm ready for bed. I also wake up super early when I'm not in a hotel to go to the gym and everything, like 5 a.m. So I go to bed early because I wake up super early. However, sleep is dumb. I hate sleeping. Sleeping is so boring. It's my least favorite thing to do. I would almost rather do anything else other than sleep. If I had 3 wishes, one of my wishes would be that sleep became a luxury, not a necessity. Sleep is dumb. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Eat that friggin' frog. What? As much as it might suck, as much as you might dread it, eat that frog. Let it be one of the first things you do that day. Not a day in your life should pass without having consumed a frog. The idea that Sarah the band get your... What the fuck are they talking about? Like an actual frog? I don't... What? 21. I was waiting for these. Learn to love yourself. 22. Speak your mind. 23. Listen rather than assume. 24. It's okay to make mistakes as long as you learn from them. This is the stereotypical stuff I was hoping for, right? This is the ones I was like, learn to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, then you'll never be able to function. Does that apply to child molesters? Can you say that on YouTube? Murderers, rapists, racists? Does that apply to them? Should they learn to love themselves for being the way they are? Even if they're 26 or not 26, maybe if they're over the age of 26, if they're under the age of 26, should they not love themselves? But as soon as they hit 26, they should learn to love themselves? Because that's what I'm talking about. Like, you could pick this apart and take it at face value, but I just think that's really weird. Speak your mind. Don't always speak your mind, especially if you're in a professional business setting and your mind is saying, fuck this place and fuck you. Don't speak your mind. That'll get you in trouble. It's a very bad idea. Listen rather than assume. Yeah. Obviously, don't assume, especially if someone's telling you something, because it makes you an ass. Obviously. And it's okay to make mistakes as long as you learn from them. But if you make a mistake and you don't learn from them, it's not okay. Hey, so if you made a mistake, say like launching nuclear missiles, and then you're like, oh, I learned from that mistake, never do that again, does that mean that mistake is now justified? Or if you made the mistake of, I don't know, killing somebody, but you're like, oh, that was a mistake, as a judge is going to be like, oh, he learned from his mistake, everybody. So we should just probably just let him go, because he learned, right? You learned your lesson. 25, having a purpose in life is key to living. Well, sure, I guess. 26, if you're going to do something, give it your all. I hate this so much that even as I'm recording this, I'm like, should I even bother? Should I even bother putting this out? But I'm going to, because I think it's very funny that somebody, again, sat down and wrote this on a website called The Millennial State of Happiness. I'm going to keep bringing that up because that's the part that I'm just like, what? I want to know what else is on this website, right? Let me just... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. This was not fun. It was fun, but it wasn't fun. Anyways, this is not my regular content. If you made it this far, thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, I guess. I want to do something fun. It's my birthday. I can make what I want. This was something different. I will probably do something random on my birthday every year. It definitely won't be one of these again, but stay tuned. Like I said, I got the Wandered slings that they just released on Kickstarter coming in. I got some new stuff from Pact. I'm not allowed to say what it is yet, but they're sending me some stuff to try out. Got a couple other bags coming in from some new companies I reached out to, and got some other bags from Mission Workshop I got to get to. Excuse me, I was not expecting to be in a hotel for 4 weeks, but here we are, and here it is. So thank you guys so very much. I'm 27, so see you next time.